are here with another question for you today.
Great.
And this question comes to us from Karen in Buffalo.
Okay.
I've been focusing on returning to work for the past 6 months and have been fortunate to land 3 interviews. Wow, good for you, Karen. Each with a different company. All 3 times, the manager interviewing me ended up asking more about my kids, my family life, etc., than about my skills and work experience. How do I avoid this question about my family and keep the focus on me? I haven't been invited back for any second interviews, and I suspect that all the talk about my kids might be the reason. Yeah. This is definitely one for you.
Yeah, I'd like to take this question. So Karen, first of all, kudos to you for recognizing the trap that you've kind of fallen into and maybe acknowledging that it might be part of the problem. So there are probably 3 possible reasons for why this is happening. I'd say number 1, does your resume really only reflect your recent experience at home? Is there really nothing else for them to ask about? That would be one possibility. Mm-hmm. Number 2, maybe the interviewer is only finding content in your resume that he can or she can resonate with that is about your activities outside of work, or maybe your only experience that's germane to the job is something that you've done outside of work. And then third, and I like to think this is a rare occurrence, but there are occasional interviewers who will use this tactic to kind of get you off track, off balance, maybe to dismiss your experience because you don't have a traditional resume. So all of these possibilities, regardless of which one it is, you end up losing, because when you walk out the door, what the interviewer remembers is you are a busy mom with 3 kids who's going to be coming late to work and leaving early and missing work on every snow day, and you live in Buffalo. Okay? So let's talk about how you can handle this and turn it around. Your job is to redirect the conversation. And when we teach in our course in the interviewing section, we teach an acknowledge and pivot strategy. This is our own strategy. Yeah, and it really works.
Super helpful.
Basically, it allows you to control the interviewer and move things back in the direction you need them to be. So here's an example. I'll just kind of create one. Let's say the interviewer is looking at your resume and says, "Hey, Karen, I see your kids play youth hockey. I was a hockey player. I actually played in college. I love hockey. You must really be bogged down with carpooling, right? And gosh, those 5 a.m. practices must be such a pain."
Which is all true.
Which is all true. But this is how you would respond. You're going to acknowledge and pivot. You're going to say, "Absolutely, yeah, my kids play hockey. We are huge hockey fans, and you must have been a really rock star hockey player if you played in college. We know how hard that is. I'm really fortunate because my husband is the coach, and he takes care of all of carpooling, so I have no responsibilities there. I just get to do the easy work of going to the meets and the games and watching them. So for me, no hassle with hockey. It's all joy. But I've been fortunate that I've been able to do some volunteer work within the Hockey Association. So recently, I built a full database and spreadsheet for all of our teams that helps them navigate the expenses and the schedule for all the upcoming tournaments. And then just recently, I'm really proud to say that I was asked to be the treasurer of our board, and I'm looking to use my skills in QuickBooks and Excel to help really move the organization forward. So these are kinds of skills that I could use at work.
See that pivot? That was a massive pivot. Yeah.
That was a pivot. So I don't know your personal situation, Karen, but this is kind of the strategy that we use, and that you'll learn when and if you take our full course, which we encourage you to do.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that we really felt was important when we designed our course is to really spend a significant amount of time around interview.
Absolutely.
And so we've actually devoted 2 full hours in our Prepare to Launch You online course to interview exclusively. So we would love for you to sign up and get your name on that mailing list.
Absolutely.
And really consider being a part of our Prepare to Launch You course.
Thanks, Karen.
Bye-bye.